Hello, my name is Yalini Vigneswaran. I'm a surgery resident at the University of Chicago, and today, as SSAT's September resident blog, I will be discussing academic conferences.
So first, I'd just like to talk about the different types of conferences, and I think the best way to think about conferences is in this manner, that there are national conferences such as the American College of Surgeons and Academic Surgical Congress. There are regional conferences that are put on by different regional surgical societies. There are specialty conferences. So, for example, SSAT is a society centered around certain specialty that puts on DDW. And then there's also local or institutional conferences, which are put on by either your own academic institution or your city. And all of these different types of conferences allow for different types of opportunities and really have their own certain benefits when you participate or present at these types of conferences. So quickly, just to review the reasons for attending conferences. Number one, it's a great opportunity to present your work, kind of show what you've been doing, and also get feedback from others about your own work. It's a great opportunity to learn, to review things that you may have forgotten, or to hear about what people are doing at other institutions and what the new advances are. Third, it's a great opportunity for networking. You meet people from either across the country or region or from different departments or different fields, and it gives you a great opportunity to meet people you may have not otherwise met. And lastly, it's a great opportunity. It's a great time to have fun and enjoy yourself. So I'm going to go through what I think are top 10 tips for residents attending conferences. So how do you decide which conferences to attend? I think the best advice I got was that really you should pick 2 to 3 conferences or societies that you feel coincide with your goals as you go forward with your career. And in thinking of that, it's generally good to have picked one national type of conference, one conference that's really centered around the specialty you're planning to be in, and then one regional conference. And this is because it allows you to network with different types of people, and can give you a wider network. So when you've decided which conferences you want to attend, you should get an idea of when the abstract submission deadlines are and put them in your calendar. You need to discuss with your mentors or PIs ahead of time that these are conferences that you think are worthwhile going to, get their feedback about this, and start discussing what projects you can possibly present or submit as abstracts for these conferences. Conferences cost money and requires a lot of travel. So in order to attend these conferences, it's necessary to plan ahead. Always try to register before the early bird deadlines. This can save you on costs for registrations itself. Sometimes many of these societies will provide funding opportunities for residents in particular to attend conferences, but of course this requires planning ahead because there are deadlines for applications for many of these funding opportunities. So keep an eye open for those. You should book hotels in advance and book them based on location. It's always best to get a hotel that's close to the conference center or where the conference is being held if it's possible, but also keep costs in mind because sometimes these can be more expensive hotels. And if you are planning to get reimbursed, whether it's through some funding opportunity or your department themselves that will be funding your trip, make sure you save all your receipts and kind of keep a note of what you've spent money on during the trip. Number 3, plan your schedule. So this kind of works into scheduling your plane tickets and whatnot, you need to take a look at the program schedule ahead of time. This is usually posted online or sent to you prior to the conference. Take a look at it and find which sessions are particularly interesting to you, what you would like to hear more about, or what sessions you feel like could be useful to your education, or just maybe even sit in sessions that you don't know a lot about so you can learn more. I think it's always good to attend the presidential address. These talks are usually given by people with a lot of experience, well known in the field, and very accomplished individuals. So they're always excellent talks. They're inspirational. I think as a resident trying to find your way, it's always nice to see how others who are very accomplished have made it to where they are. And then always keep in mind when the receptions and dinners are. I think these are great opportunities to take advantage of, to meet a lot of people that you wouldn't normally be in a social setting with. Number 4, elevator speech. So at conferences, you'll have a lot of very short interactions with people. And you're going to get questions like, where are you from? What are you interested in? What is your research about? So these questions may not always be easy to answer off the top of your head. And so you should put some thought into what are important things you want others to know about you, and kind of have a 30-second version and a 2-minute version of who you are, so that people can learn the important things about you in a short period of time. Number 5, so conferences are a great opportunity for meeting others. If you're by yourself, just introduce yourself to other people that are sitting alone. Those are great opportunities to meet people. Usually people at conferences are very happy to meet others. It's kind of one of the reasons everyone's there. Don't sit or eat alone during the breaks or meals. Try and make an effort to meet other people. I think these are great opportunities to meet other residents. It's often easier for us to talk to other residents and kind of see what kind of experiences they're having. Can lead to collaborations between you and another institution. It also gives you insights about their programs and their attendings, and how other places kind of operate. And meeting others also can lead to leadership roles within societies. So always keep your eyes and ears open when it comes to talking and with others at meetings. So number 6, I put poster presentations here. So as residents, we often have opportunities to present posters, and I think sometimes this is an underrated opportunity, but poster presentations are a great opportunity to have a one-on-one interaction with people. So don't underestimate the importance of these opportunities. Make sure you've planned ahead, printed your poster ahead of time. Make sure that you're at your poster during the designated presentation times. Oftentimes meetings will have certain hours that you should be in front of your poster to present, and this is when people will come around. And again, you should take this seriously and have some type of presentation ready for people who are coming up to your poster, whether they just want a short explanation of your research or whether they want to have a more in-depth conversation. These are a great opportunity to learn how to discuss your research in a more casual setting with someone. Number 7, oral presentations. So I don't think it needs to be said, but these should be well rehearsed ahead of time. There could be a whole presentation just on how to give an oral presentation, but quickly just make sure that you're using graphics, colors, and fonts that are easy to see across a large room. If you have time, check that your presentation's been loaded on the computer before your session starts. If you have the opportunity, just run through it, learn how to use the computer, make sure your slides are coming up as you had planned. When you get up to the podium, most important thing is to make sure you adjust the microphone so that you're talking into it and people can hear you during your talk. Again, this is a great opportunity to show off your work and kind of get your name out there, have people see that what you have done. So just some tips for the day of the conference. Professional dress. So that usually means a suit. Make sure you wear some comfortable shoes. Conferences, you tend to be doing a lot of walking between sessions. It's okay to switch in between a session. If there's 2 talks and 2 concurrent sessions that you want to make it to, it's okay to leave a session in the middle. Just be courteous. Don't leave right in the middle of a presentation, and try to sit on the edge if you know that you're going to be leaving the session early. I think another skill that you have to develop when you attend conferences is also learning how to address the speakers, how to ask questions and participate in discussion of a paper. It's a great way for people to recognize who you are, going up to the microphone, introducing yourself and what institution you're from, and having a thoughtful question about the paper is a good way to get your name out there. Number 9, networking. So these are great opportunities to be around many of the big names in our fields, and so always be open to meeting people. Don't be shy. Often many of the people that attend conferences are in academics and want to reach out and help residents and help the younger generations as they go through their careers. So don't be afraid to approach or talk to more senior people you see at conferences. And lastly, enjoy yourself. Obviously, be professional and participate in the conference. That's the number one reason you're there. But oftentimes these conferences occur in cities that you may or may not have been to before. So in your downtime, when nothing's really going on, make sure you take some time to explore the city. It's also a great opportunity to make new friends and kind of bond with your colleagues and your co-residents. These are really the people that are going to be there for the rest of your career as you go forward in your fields of choice. And so make new friends and have a good time. I hope these tips will be useful to you as you go forth in your academic careers and continue to attend academic conferences. Thank you for your attention.